of this, our unique community. To take time to give thanks to those who came before us, whose work and dedication made this all possible. They're all over the walls now. To acknowledge those honored elders who are still such important and vibrant part of our community. While there are many, so very many people have contributed to our community, both past and present, we do want to specifically make mention of some of the key individuals, many of whom are here today. I would like to just take a minute of your time to recognize Otha Soni. Otha. Rachel, Tanner, and Dorothy Elizabeth Tuckers, who are not only key to making the Eldro Photo Project a reality, but continue to work and support the community center on a day-by-day basis. In fact, without the commitments of Rachel and Bill Tanner, this building would not be here today. I would also like to extend a West Medford thanks to the Massachusetts delegation. That would be Senator Jalen, Representative Sean Garbely, Representative Paul Donato, and Representative Christine Barber. And many of you may notice there's been a lot of good and positive change that's been happening here at the center, and the Massachusetts delegation saw it and really helped make us work. Really, let's give them a hand. We also really need to thank those supporters that have been with us all along, and that would be Tufts and Brandeis Universities, and specifically Barbara Rubel, who coordinated the student effort to gather the stories for the Remembrance Project. Barbara, thank you. Barbara, where are you? Here's the please stand up. You know, when I first came president and took this task, I sat down with Barbara Rubel, and ever since then, she knows what I was trying to bring into the center, and she stood by me every step of the way, and this is part of the result. Thank you, Barbara. Specifically, Bill and Rachel Tanner. If not for their hard work and contributions, the community center would not be the beautiful building that we have here today. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Ms. T. And I would really like to get out here at some point, so I can't mention everybody. But some of the others we'd like to thank is Whitfield Jeffers and his family, Horace Works, Janice Works, and so many others. We give you our heartfelt thanks and appreciation. Thank you. Now I will bring up our first speaker, and it's our Elder Services, our own Terry Carter.
Brian thanked some folks who've been helpful and obviously responsive to the calls that have gone out to get things done here at the West Medford Community Center. I want to mention one other person. As you're going around and have seen the exhibit, the West Medford Remembrance Project, it was documented in a book in gentleman who is principally responsible for the book, which is called Place, Race, and Memory, the West Medford Afro-American Remembrance Project, is here. He was a principal photographer and did a lot of the behind-the-scenes work to get this book printed. So everything that you see on the walls is actually in this book. And we do have a limited number of copies still available, and we have instructions for getting some more. So if you're interested in the book, please see me afterwards and we can do that. But Will Tenney is back here. Very gifted photographer, and some of the nicest impressions that you see, the more modern ones, the ones that have been done more recently, are in the book courtesy of Will Tenney. So thank you, Will. All right, I won't be before you long. That's what the preachers say. Okay. Even with all of this, there is so much more history in this community than we can easily show. Still, these two exhibits help us move in the direction of properly paying homage to a remarkable place in the annals of a remarkable city. West Medford is the Ville, and it could only exist in a place like Medford, Massachusetts. The community center is the sole institution in this neighborhood that can serve as the meeting house. Like the old African Meeting House on Joy Street in Beacon Hill, or the United South End Settlements House, also known as the Harriet Tubman House in Roxbury, this has been a gathering place beyond the church, the beauty shop, and the barber shop, where a neighborhood soul has taken up residence. Yet even now, we have to somewhat rearrange our thinking about what community means, so that we can embrace the new, even while we celebrate legacy, heritage, and the cultural cloth that West Medford was cut from. In all the ways that we may separate and define ourselves, we will always be stronger when we hold on to the things that connect us. Legacy connects us. Heritage connects us. Faith connects us. The desire to be better and to pass on something significant to our children connects us. These are organic things. They were not created in a factory. They can't be purchased at BJ's or Walmart or Macy's or Nordstrom's. True neighborhood is organic. It spreads like robust green ivy and is not easily deterred. It is also welcoming and compassionate. It's not suspicious or xenophobic. It says yes far more than it says no. The West Medford that we celebrate today is as much a product of the desire to be different as it is a product of the need to hold on to the familiar and be comfortable. We now have to become familiar with change and be comfortable with our growing diversity. Just as we embraced Prince Hall and those first freed slaves of Isaac Royal, we have to also embrace the new folks that are coming into our area, and this is key, trying their best to become part of the fabric of the neighborhood that was and is being built by the labors and spirit of the people who adorn these walls today and will continue to tomorrow. In order to be that whole and inclusive West Medford, we have to clean out our closets and heal some places where scars of the past reside. Yes. That's easier said than done. But it has to be the priority for all of us. Otherwise, the one institution that has capacity to be the meeting house to everybody will suffer, wither, and even die. That's not an option for us. Too much has gone into bringing this place back into a state of prominence and a symbol of the unity that makes community survive. So please, save your criticisms, as constructive as they may be, for another day. Amen. We all have our shortcomings, and over time, we will own up to them. But today is a day of celebration. Some old friends have come home. Some new memories are being made. The meeting house is open, and you're all welcome. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Everybody who knows me knows I'm a poet. That's what I do. That's what I am. I will leave you with a poem that helps, at least in my mind, to crystallize why we're all here today. It's called 12 Titans. 12 Titans, the Ville remembered. They were our people, the pulpit and the steeple, O.G. Phillips standing strong in God's house at the appointed hour. Come to the corner of Houghton and Bower. City, state, and community always had a purpose and a plan, an attitude saying, I can. Wally Counts was that kind of man. Our people, so unique and appealing, a hand-rubbed, sand-finished ceiling, fresh paint on a bathroom wall, new tile in the bathroom stall. Vonnie Carter did it all. Madeline Duggar found her groove. She made the public system move. She made white folks approve. The schools became a better place for children with a darker face. A Medford firefighter, Frankie Booker, took control, ascending up that fire pole, the first black man to join the ranks of hoses, trucks, and water tanks. Can you hear those drums? The hi-hat sizzles and a tight snare hums. Alan Dawson leading the band, Berkeley's leading man. To protect and yes to serve, with iron will and nerve, a strong and quiet giant in blue serge and gold bars, Rudy Smith earned those shining stars. Faustina Booker, too, quaffing the ladies with just the do to keep the men folk home. Not too many brothers roam. She was the first with a shop of her own. Hear the piano tinkle? Teaching beyond old age's wrinkle. 2 generations learned lessons well while in the sway of Ms. Adele. Did you hear the bell? It tolls for thee, our people. Doc Counts told the story of Medford's chocolate glory, touring the Ville on that old swing bike before the days of a Facebook like. We had heroes too. 1 million balls would cross the net. Some would land in the Mystic, wet. He never yelled at his own. A patient and encouraging tone. The tennis coach, Clarence Rome. Train up a child every single day. That was her kind and motherly way. My wit, yeah, but say it right. Milva Whitaker, shining light, called the Ville her home. Sons and heirs of the slavers' tally who made their home in the Mystic Valley. Teachers, soldiers, and heroes galore. From the community center to the little store. Our people, remember? 12 titans, brave and bold. These stories must be told. Other sons will have their day. Other daughters must have their say. Reflect on these who showed us the way. 12 titans brought us here. They taught us all to dare, shouting from the village square. They taught us all to dream, to be and not simply seen. Titans in our midst. A dozen's just a partial list. So many others could be shown. West Medford legends to the bone. Perhaps I'll write another poem.